How do you react coming in on Monday after a game like you had Saturday where you didn't play the type of ball you probably wanted to play, but you still came out with a win?
Yeah, we're fortunate to come out with the win. We awesome that we were able to finish because we made a lot of busts, a lot of mistakes that exposed us as a team and as a defense. And um, it's just we're so fortunate to be humbled and in the situation that we're in, we're still coming out with the victory. So still 7-0. We still achieved our goal, being 1-0 that week, and that was our goal. We achieved our goal, but we didn't do it in the style we wanted, in the dominant way of the Sooners and how they should play. So it's not about living up to expectations. We came out with the dub, but it's all about attacking what we put on film and getting it right, so we can be better. KU, bigger opponent. They're similar schemes, but they're going to attack those weaknesses they saw on film from UCF. Absolutely.
So digging into some of that film, what have you noticed so far from Saturday where you feel like you guys can improve?
Just eye discipline. That's the biggest thing. Eye discipline across all areas. At KU, they do a lot of eye tricks. They want to mess with those eyes, just like UCF did. And being a more locked-in, disciplined team, the most disciplined team usually always wins. So just being that team from now on, focusing on that, even on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ramping up until you get to Saturday, a week's preparation.
What can you say about that fourth quarter effort that allowed you guys to win that game?
Yeah, just buying in together, trusting the defense, trusting the offense, not tearing each other apart and not getting too stressed out with all the noise and all the chaos, controlling that chaos. So it was awesome for our team to gel together in the end and come out with the victory.
What can you say about Trace coming along as the season has gone on? He had a few big plays on Saturday.
Trace becoming a better player. He's super athletic, freaky speed, he got great twitch, and those TFLs are huge, making those plays, just being able to bend, wrapping up, strong dude. Love Trace, great guy.
Ethan, your production has been at a high level these last couple weeks. Are you feel like you're playing better these last couple weeks compared to earlier in the season, or is it just plays, those big plays coming your way?
With Brent Venables' defense, you do your job, you make plays. It falls into your lap, particularly at the DN position as well. So just trying to focus on my hands, feet, eyes, all those disciplines, trying to be as most disciplined as I can, knowing the plays. Grading out is what we call it. When we have our plays, we grade out positive, and trying to grade out every single day, and just being on right where I'm supposed to be, playing my 111th, doing my job, and then making the extra effort to maybe make the backside tackles on plays or play two jobs. If I do my job, try to make up for another one, So that's all it is. I don't want to blow myself up like I'm doing everything right. That's not it at all. Just trying to do my job, and Brent Venables' defense and his scheme in his mind is making me plays.
Last season you guys went the entire year without winning a one-possession game. You've now won back-to-back one-possession games. What does that say about this team's resolve and the growth in that area over the course of the offseason?
Yeah, last year was putting us through the fire, and we've thought about it all winter, all spring, all summer, fall camp. Everything has led up to this moment. So we're living it week by week. That's all it is. Yeah.
Ethan, there's a lot of similarities between UCF and Kansas, high-powered rushing attacks, the deception, stuff like that. What are some of the things early on that you've noticed that makes Kansas like a little bit different, some of the different stuff you have to prepare for as opposed to last week?
More tricks and more big plays. That's what I see. They're very explosive. They're fast. Quarterback is very speedy. So, and their backs are good. I mean, they're very similar to UCF, but their scheme is one of the best in college football right now.
How much has the message of Coach Chavis changed, Danny, if at all, from last year at this time after 7 games to compared to the success you're having after 7 games this year?
He'll tell you himself that he's becoming a better coach. Last year was his first year coaching, but I see that too. He's just he always strives to be his best every day and to be consistent. So what I mean by that is consistently growing and striving to be better. And Coach Chavis is a great role model on and off the field, always bringing the juice, even on sick days. He shows up bringing the juice. He's got babies at home. He get no sleep, come here. He's got a Red Bull or two, and he say, hey, let's go. So just his emotion and his mentality every day, he can't help but get better. So what a great role model is for us DNs and the whole team, D-line especially, to focus on him and continue to grow.
Ethan, when you talk about discipline on those run plays, what does that look like in practice? I'm trying to maintain that discipline on the field.
It's just practice habits lead to game realities. So, we have that saying around here a lot. How you step, where your eyes are on your key, Your key, whether you're down keying or you're getting a reach block or whatever it is at a DN position, reading your key, playing fast and violently, and even in a walkthrough, it's not really a walkthrough. You're going boom, boom, boom. It's just no contact with the pads. That's all it is. And on the days we do have pads, being physical and violent, just like you're in the game. Coach V wants to make the practice even more intense than a game. So being disciplined in those moments where it's more intense and more chaotic than a game makes us prepared for the game, makes the game slower and easier.
Kansas has a really stout offensive line. A lot of guys returned from last year. Kind of talk about the challenges they present, in particular to the D line.
Yeah, just tricks, eyes, lots of different formations, getting lined up. They're very fast. So being disciplined and just like we've been saying, saying discipline with your eyes and your keys, that's all it is.
Ethan, last year you got out to a really good start. Didn't finish it, I guess, maybe the way that you probably wanted to a year ago. This year you've gotten out to a good start and you've sustained it. What's maybe been the secret to that? I mean, you already have more sacks than you did a year ago, and I think you're close to the same on tackles for loss.
I don't want to take too much credit for my performance because it's a whole team. It's a whole team thing. I wouldn't be able to make a lot of the plays if Coach Che wasn't giving me the right tips and reminders before the game, or if a linebacker wasn't fitting the gap and I was just, or whatever it is. A lot of those plays aren't my responsibility. I'm just trying to do my job, and it falls into me once everybody else fits their gaps, Or like making a sack, it'd be rushing, and somebody got that quarterback out the pocket so I can stay on top of the block and make the sack. It's things like that where it's not on me doing all of it, so I don't want to take too much credit. But
is there somewhere, though, that maybe you personally feel like you've improved the most, or is it just being more comfortable, being more confident?
Trying to be a leader, and what I mean by that is being my best and being able to pick other people up as well, calling them up. And for me to be a leader, I've got to be more disciplined. I've got to be on top of my stuff, even outside of football. I've got to be on top of school, relationships, all of it. And I got to pose an example for all the young guys and maybe even the older guys trying to make plays too.
Ethan, Dasan talked about maybe getting a little bit too greedy at times on Saturday with some of this deception, things like that they were doing. Is it harder maybe in games to maintain that discipline than it is in practice because you obviously want to go out there and make plays?
Yeah, that's all it is, and that's what we're talking about. The eye discipline, we call them eye crimes, is when I'm supposed to get my eyes on my key, and my key tells me what the play is. But when I get my eyes on the wrong thing, I get my eyes on someone else's key. It's an eye crime. So now, Coach Bates said it best. You're driving on a highway, on one of those bridges, right? And you're looking over at another bridge. You're gonna fall off the bridge. You're gonna crash, right? That's all it is. So, trying to see too much and trying to make too many plays. I'm guilty of that too. Getting outside my gap, or maybe over pursuing or under pursuing. Getting greedy with my eyes and ball slipping beside me, or missing a tackle or a sack or something like that.
Ethan, you guys almost had another goal line stand against UCF.
Mm-hmm.
When you had that success against Texas, and then you're in that situation and you hold them for 3 downs, what does that do for the defense's confidence when you kind of have your back against the wall like that?
Yeah, absolutely builds it up. And Coach V gave us so much credit. He was astounded. He said, "I've never seen anything like that." Seeing the D line, everybody, to stop them on the 1 yard line, play after play after play after play, and just stuffing it, right? And getting the opportunity to do that again and mimic that, until we had a penalty. But being able to mimic that, it's just building confidence as a group that we're not going to give them nothing. Even if they have 1 yard to get, we're not going to give them nothing. And living up to that, that's a championship defense.
Ethan, what's it mean to get R. Mason back? It seems like he's almost 100% helping you guys.
Yeah, R. Mason's a dude. He's fast, he's athletic, he's smart, and during fall camp, he beat everybody out in the DN position. And I don't know how to say this. He's wired. He's wired the right way. He's always in tune. He's always focused. When it's time to ball, he's there. His eyes are always right. And he for being a young guy, I've been so impressed by him, trying to mimic a lot of his qualities with his discipline and his footwork and things like that, his flexibility, and it's made me a better player. Coach Che's been great bringing in more competition with the transfers and the young guys, and it's made all of us better and across the room.
It seems like he's got a little extra twitch to him.
Oh yeah, dude's twitchy. He's a freak. Yeah.
Ethan, what do you see in Kansas? What are you impressed with by them?
They're very explosive. Very experienced group. They're very fast. The run game and pass game, like I said, explosive. And 20% of the time, they're making an explosive play for 10 or more yards, and that's a deadly offense. So we got to be on our keys and focus in our eyes, so we can play disciplined football.
Ethan,
You guys seem healthier now than like starting the season defensively with some of those guys getting back. How much better do you think this defense can be between now and last week of the regular season?
Just in 1 week? Is that what you mean?
Just like, how much growth do you guys still think you have over the next?
Oh, we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. We can't help but get better. When we're in a fire out here and we're practicing as hard as we are every single day, you know, and it's as chaotic as it is, we're stressing all our mental, physical body, like all of it. The whole body, all the different parts, right? It's a biblical reference, but everybody plays a different piece of the body. Every player plays a different piece of the body, whether you're the eyes, the foot, toes, fingers, whatever it is. Every single part is important because the body doesn't work without a single part, right? So when we're a whole body working really, really hard to improve, we're just sharpening each other, getting stronger as a whole body. So all of us are going to continue to get better and better as a whole group. Yeah. And something else is watching film, watching our mistakes, watching as if we're an opponent when we're watching film, being critical with our eyes and saying, man, yeah, I missed that play, or man, I was selfish on this play, and say, I got to change that, I got to improve that, because the stronger opponents or whoever the opponent is, it doesn't matter if they're undefeated or it doesn't matter if they are 1-6 or 7, they can expose us, and we can always get beat. And we can always get beat because we put ourselves in positions to beat ourselves. You know, so it's all about getting better.
When your playing days are over, do you ever see yourself coaching?
Absolutely. I want to coach so bad. Yeah, I would love to coach. Yeah.
He thinks